I'm Rosemin, and together let's pattern it and sew it.
In order to make that bunting, I have my felt letters cut out. I'm using felt here because I don't have to finish the raw edge. I can just stick this on to the fabric directly without finishing the raw edge. So you can take a printout on paper, use it as a stencil, and then take a print and cut it out from felt. Any alphabets that you want, any font. I have my Happy Easter here ready. And then I have a meter of fabric. I'm using this beautiful floral printed one, which reminds of spring. I'm now going to cut out the squares required to make the bunting. My bunting would be backed with another fabric. I'm going to recycle this as the back for the bunting. You may use to recycle. It's always wise to recycle any of the fabrics or garments that you have. So this is a cotton skirt. This is my backing for this bunting here. So it would be, this would be the back, and this would be the front side squares of these. So I'm going to use this as the front, and this would be the back. I would be cutting squares for the bunting from the fabric. So from the 1 meter of fabric, I've divided into 2 pieces, and from that one piece, I've folded and cut all of these pieces out lengthwise. And finally, my blocks would be 17 centimeters by 17 centimeters. So there it is. I'm going to use my rotary cutter to cut these out. You may use your rotary cutter or a scissors to cut them. So likewise, I'm going to cut out all of these blocks. So that's my blocks here. I have 18 in total. I have my carrots cut ready, 7 of them. The PDF is given in the descriptions below. So that's the carrot cut in an orange. This is the orange I had. My blocks are ready, 18 of those, out of which I'd be using 17. My alphabets are here, all of my alphabets. And from the rest of the fabric, I have cut 2 strips of 7 centimeters each. The width is 7 centimeters. And I have cut 2 strips there. That's one. And the next one is here. 2 strips. That's the entire length of the 1 meter. So that should be 7 centimeters by 1 meter. 2 of these. I have to first attach these 2 together, right sides up, just sew up here, and then I would be creasing down the center. There, would be creasing down the center, and then I would fold it into 1/4, but this, like this, so that my blocks, the bunting, can go inside of this, and I can close the raw edge, just sew at the edge here, and that would finish my bunting and hold the bunting. So that's the band for the bunting. The band at the end of it would measure about 1.5 centimeters. There. I have to attach all my alphabets onto the right side to my bunting fabric. I would find the center of my fabric, just fold it. There, and attach my alphabet right smack in the middle. There. And I have some rickrack to attach, so I would be attaching that first I would be gluing my alphabets onto the center. Once that's done, to the rest of the blocks, I would go ahead and glue my carrot there, like this. Let's do this and come back. In order to find the center of each block, take one block and fold it at the corner like this. You would have an excess. So this is the part that would go in the binding, this binding that you have here. So that excess part is the one that would go into the binding while you attach it. So what's left down would be a perfect square. And then fold this only up until here, because this is your working surface. Now crease it well, and there, that's the center of your bunting pieces there. Let's do this again. There, this would go on top, and that's the smack center for your bunting pieces, which are these. You can put that there in the center, and be sure to align all the carrots the same way. Even the alphabets would go at that center point. The rest of it, the excess fabric, is the one that would go in your binding. Let's do this while sewing. I have attached this rickrack onto the bunting here. So for that, I have to first mark 1 inch lines from all the corners. Now I'm going to attach the rickrack. Likewise, sew the rickrack for all of these blocks, the bunting blocks that you have made. Now that the rickracks are all attached, we are going to attach the backing onto these blocks. So this is how it would look at the end of it. As cotton. That's the right side and that's the wrong side. So I'm going to put the wrong side out, the right side in, and align the letter to attach a rickrack inside, so that I will have it sticking out when I pull it through there. Very slightly, but it would give that purplish tint so that it goes well with the floral pattern that I have. So I'm going to align this rickrack a little away from the center, the raw edge of the top fabric, a little away from the edge, and so all along the edge, the 3 sides, 1, 2, and 3. You can trim the excess later. Now that I've sewn around the edges, I'm just going to trim off the excess white fabric, the backing. Now all my bunting blocks are ready. So that's the wrong side, that's the right side. And I have put the rickrack inside. So now I'm going to turn this inside out, the right side out actually. Press it, and then I will show you how to attach this. So that's your rack, that's your rack. Press it and do the same for all the blocks. I have closed one part, one end of this belt. There it is. It's closed, so I'll show you how to do that. This is the other end of the belt. Open up the casing that you just made and sew along this edge here. This one. Sew along this edge. Once that's done, flip it to the right side. Keep this inside and fold along the creases that you made there. Just push your point through to get a nice point. Doesn't matter if you didn't, but I'm just being finicky here. There you are. Now let's start attaching our bunting pieces 9 inches from the end. That's one side of the bunting made. You can see it's come out very beautiful. Keep the rick-rack. Press the pieces in place. Hope you liked making this easy bunting. This can be used to make a bunting for your baby's nursery or a happy birthday bunting. Do give me a thumbs up if you like it. Do subscribe if you've not. And let's see for the next video. Thanks a lot for watching.